Peace and love, everybody. What's going on? All right, Joe. So, Clarissa ran up on Alycia Baumgardner last night at the DAZN event. And I must say that I'm quite taken aback, astonished, and bewildered, real talk, about what it is that I saw. Okay? Clarissa didn't come to Baumgardner with the conversation. I said Clarissa ran up on her last evening. Okay, ran up on her. This was a full-on pull-up. What's popping? What's good? Okay? This chick, Alycia, didn't want any ounce of that smoke with Ressa. She just didn't want it. Okay? Contrary to what she may be tweeting, contrary to what she may have been posting in other areas or saying on other interviews, the goddamn girl didn't want that smoke with Clarissa. Okay? What all I could say is what did I watch? That's all I could literally sit down and ask. What the hell did I just see? Now, as I'm sure we're all aware, Alycia Baumgardner is definitely and by far and without a shadow of a doubt the sole instigator and the sole initiator of the rivalry that currently exists between them. She is the one who called Clarissa out. She is the one who said that she wanted the smoke. She is the one that said she'll knock her out, cook her, and smoke her, and all of this, that, and the third. Okay? All this huffing and puffing that we've been seeing for months on end from Alycia on her social media, on her Instagram, tweeting more than a bird, okay? Nonstop for the past several months. All of this is coming from her side. Clarissa only responded to the call outs, to the tweets, to the calling her out her name. Okay? She wasn't the initiator in this process at all. All this huffing and puffing is coming from that side. And with all that huffing and puffing that this young lady has been doing on social media as of months now, when all that energy pulled up to her in real time, she had none of the energy when Clarissa stepped to her. All that talking, my dear, and you ain't prepared for this work when it comes to you? Nah, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Okay, all this nails clapping in the camera and yes and did energy, and you wasn't ready, girl. We this is not what we do. Okay, that sister energy was definitely on the table for you. Clarissa was definitely down with it. You were definitely down with that type of exchange until, real talk, you turned it into something different. You said this is about boxing. You said this is the competitive spirit and you guys are two great women, and why not solidify that smoke in the ring to see who's the best, a testament to who is the real female face of boxing. Okay, and you try to make it about, sportsmanship, when real talk, you was throwing hella shade on top of that. It wasn't just about smoke with you. You started throwing darts and taking shots and cheap jabs at Clarissa and stuff like that. You turned it into this. Okay, they had a few exchanges. They met at certain events and stuff like that, little quick passings. They saw each other on a plane or whatever. Clarissa kept it professional. Okay, even though you and your Alycia Baumgardner, her girl, took the camera out and started recording that as Clarissa was making her way into the plane to get situated and stuff. Of course, she wasn't going to pop off there. Okay, but this opportunity last evening at that event was perfect timing, perfect planning for her to run up on you and ask you, what's good? What's up? Where's all that talk now? Let's get it cracking now. And you ain't ready? I'm just tripping off of that, okay? Because it's like, excuse me, ma'am. What happened to the big boss? Okay? Where's the boss bitch? Where's that sexy, fly, trash-talking boss bitch that was parading around Instagram? Where's she at? I thought she was going to show up. I thought she was ready to pop off. Where'd she go? I don't see her. That's exactly what Clarissa is feeling. So she pulled up to find out what's good. Where's that yaya? Where's that we don't play that game over here? Where's that body bag? Where's that zip her the fuck up energy? Okay? Where's that you can't do a motherfucking thing with me? All that jazz you was popping. Okay? Alycia, instead, after the altercation is all said and done, goes on Twitter and proceeds to say, I was just minding my business. And Big Mouth all of a sudden want to jump in my face, barking like a dog. She's dying for attention. Her insecurities are eating her up daily. What? What? Ma'am. No, ma'am. Insecurities? You was just minding your own business. What the hell? I'm flabbergasted, y'all. What the fuck kind of soft-ass shit is that, miss? Clarissa is a dog. You're right. And she came stepping to you. She brought every ounce of that dog and that pressure to you. And what'd you have? Besides a tucked tail. Okay? She brought that pressure to you and you fucking folded like a chump. I gotta keep it a stack. I rocks with the queens. Okay? But that's chump behavior. I don't condone that shit. Clarissa stepped all in this woman's face, telling her she's broke, flossing her 100K chain at her. Talk about 100K. This a 100K chain, baby. Clarissa was with it. And I loved every bit of that shit. Telling her to shut up and, make me shut up if you don't like it. Okay? Alycia put her hand up in her face and Clarissa mushed that hand right on down. And you ain't do nothing. For goodness sakes, Clarissa put hands on you. She put her hands on you. Okay? Violation code number 1. You don't, okay? She ain't hit you or nothing, but she touched you, girl. And you know what that means in the streets. Okay? She put hands on her, y'all. And she did absolutely nothing. Alycia instead turns her back to Clarissa while Clarissa is barking at this woman in her ear, calling her out her name, telling her, make me shut up. What you gonna do? Okay? And she refuses to look at her. She starts talking and pleading to the crowd, talking about, oh, look at her antics type of, thing. Oh, do you see her? Look at the length she has to go through. Excuse me, when somebody got the heat on your back like that, you gonna turn your head away and look to the side and start talking to some motherfuckers that don't know what the hell is going on except that they see smoke is being had and you want no parts of it? Who the fuck are you talking to in the crowd, girl? With all this pressure on your back. How do you start pleading with the crowd like a sucker, looking everywhere else but at the smoke in front of her? I was like, whoa. Then what's worse, even worse than her turning her back and talking to the crowd and pleading low-key with the crowd, is that she turns and walks away from Clarissa. She steps away from Rissa, who was, of course, going in with the onslaught on her, or that pressure, and she turns and tucks her damn tail, looking to take cover, low-key, by sliding to the side, closer to the security guard next to her for protection. What? Say I'm tripping, y'all. Say I did not witness what I witnessed. Y'all see it. If y'all didn't go see it, y'all go ahead and go see that, because I know I'm not tripping. This woman moves to the side, turns away, starts to walk away, and the man standing next to her, she's getting closer and closer to that man, like, oh, okay, make sure she don't pop off on me. What? All that mess you were popping, miss? I'm absolutely dumbfounded. Clarissa was not interested in fighting her at all, as aforementioned, you guys. Okay. She poured all the gasoline that she could, calling her out her name, saying that Clarissa wants to be you. Okay, insinuating how much better than her you look, saying that you've got more skill than she does, calling her easy work, saying that, you're going to be the replacement. Okay, you're the face of female boxing and all this, that, and the third that she was putting out there. And it's like, okay, ma'am, you got all of that to say. It's time to back it up now. When is that going to happen? Because you've been saying a mighty bit of information. You've been saying quite a lot of things now. What's the next step? Okay? Because there can't be too much talking forever, right? There got to be some type of action ensuing, some type of action that will follow. And you can't even look her in the eye when she steps to you? What? I guess all of that pressure woke her ass up in that morning and she started backing up and tucking up like, oh, okay, well, maybe this is too much smoke. The fuck? This is the no of the year. This is the fail of the first half of 2024, the biggest fail of the first quarter of 2024. Hell no, ma'am. No. Hell to the no. All that mouth behind your screen, all that mouth surrounded by all the doting men and all the doting fanboys who think you're cute, okay, but that you feel protected with because they egg you on and cheer you on. But when you are pulled up on, you had no heart. You show no heart. Clarissa swallowed you and you ain't do shit. You didn't do shit. Now, Clarissa is on smoke now, okay? She's made it clear that she wants the fight, where previously she was like, child, you too little for me. I'll chew you up and spit you out. Now the pressure's on. She's like, nah, make the fight. And she even suggested that her team had reached out to Alycia's team, but pretty much to no avail. They didn't bite back and show interest in concretizing the potential matchup with them. So I don't know what's going on with that, but Clarissa is definitely with it. She told her, come up to 154. And Alycia's like, oh, well, you said 147. Clarissa's like, well, on the plane, you said you can come up to 154. And mind you, let's not forget, Clarissa is the A side. Okay? In all of women's boxing, she is women's boxing. Okay? Alycia is good, but she is definitely still on the come up. Okay? Clarissa is the most accomplished female in the sport. Okay? So she doesn't have to come down to anything that you demand. Okay? You are looking up when you are talking to her, literally and quite figuratively as well. Okay? So if she puts the stipulations on there at 154, you match her and you meet her there. Ma'am, you're the one that did the calling out. She didn't call you out. You called her name. So you are on her turf and on her terms. If you can't handle the smoke, get out the kitchen. Get out the kitchen. You shouldn't be calling her name if you're not willing to take those types of risks. Sit down in your place. That's just the reality of the matter, okay? You wanted the beast. You've been calling the beast, okay? You wanted the monster. You called the monster's name in front of your mirror 5 times, and poof, now she's here. Just all heat, all fire for you, okay? And now that she's here, you're looking for the exit sign? Girl. Alycia also wrote on her Twitter, oh, maturity is sexy. Maturity is sexy. What? Were you concerned about maturity when you were neck bopping and finger snapping on Instagram, throwing shade her way? Were you worried about maturity then? Okay? Because you definitely didn't show maturity last night. We didn't see maturity last night. What we saw was a tucking of tails and a running into the arms of the nearest goddamn security guard. That's what we saw. We did not see maturity. We saw security. Okay, security. That's what the fuck we saw. You calling for security. What is going on here, ma'am? I'm sorry, but you have dropped several tears over here. I have to keep it a stack. Alycia definitely dropped several tears. I rocks with the queen. But we don't condone that type of behavior over here. That's just way too much. You don't get a pass, and you definitely don't get a pardon after all the shit you talked. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different if you didn't call for that smoke to your doorstep, but you brought it forth and you demanded that it meet you. And when it came to do just that, you were not prepared for due battle. You can't initiate and agitate like you're the big dog and turn around and not even be able to look the smoke in the face when it comes to you. You can't even apply a fraction of that pressure back. The fuck? You're looking into the crowd for help. Meanwhile, everybody in the crowd is looking at her to see what the fuck she's going to do. And nothing is what you did. You did nothing. You did nothing. You turned around and hauled ass right the fuck out of there and made sure that you had enough people gathered around you that can help escort you to the nearest exit. No, ma'am, we don't do that. Very, very disappointed in that. My advice to the young lady is to not say Clarissa's name ever again. If you're not thinking about going to 154, if you are, if you happen to be real with yourself and look in the mirror today and throughout the week and say, damn, I ain't even have no smoke to apply back to her. You need to also be rethinking about ever mentioning that woman's name. Call Amanda Serrano's name, call Katie Taylor's name, call anybody else's name. Stay the hell away from Clarissa, because you were not about that life, ma'am. I got to keep it a stack. Rocks with you, but we don't do the big dog talk and not be able to solidify and get down where we met at. You feel me? Anyway, we'll see what happens, you guys. I'm on to the next piece.